Hey, welcome back to SNES Super Stars Marathon 2024. Markyard44 again. We're back to run some Yoshi's Island. It's a little different than usual. This time we have the levels randomized. They're going to be a little out of order. Don't really know what we're going to get. And it can make a big difference in some levels because the egg count required for certain levels can end up making a difference. And most importantly, you get to see Yoshis in certain color Yoshis in levels they shouldn't be. So let's get started. 3, 2, 1. We start here, baby Mario fell, and the Yoshis are trying to figure out what to do. They're gonna bring him back. We gotta reunite Mario and Luigi. Here we go, we start out at the tutorial, which we can just smash through and exit to start select. First order of business is changing egg throwing to hasty. In this mode, you can you can tap the button instead of holding it for the egg. This results in having more accurate egg shots. That's kind of not ideal. Typically in 5.1 you want to ride this cloud here. And then they will continue to spawn and you can take a second cloud all the way to the top. Neat little skip for the first part of this level. So yeah, we're starting in 5.1, so straight to World 5. The first order of business is probably get eggs. We don't have any eggs. Generally, with the movement in this game, you don't want to be swallowing eggs on the ground. Because you kind of stop for a little bit. So instead, you want to jump and kind of swallow them mid-air, but also neutral on the D-pad. And immediately after swallowing the enemy, resume the direction you were going. Alright, one level down. 47 to go, and Bowser is always going to be last. The only thing not randomized is Bowser. Alright, so now we're in 2-7. Go left. Something you usually don't do. You try to get enough eggs here to do a trick. You throw this egg here, all the sprites from the stars cause an overload to despawn the bullets there. You can kind of skip through that. I probably should mention the warps. There are 6 levels out of 48 that have, well, I guess 47 because Bowser doesn't count. 6 levels where you can warp. And essentially that brings you back to the first level. And you complete the first level and the game says, alright, you just completed that other level. And you get to continue. Like, it doesn't really send you back to the first level. Just completes it a lot faster. There's 6 levels you can do it in. Most of them don't save much time. But 5.4 does. And 5.4 is going to be the one we're looking out for tonight. It could be anywhere. We don't know when it's going to pop up, but when it does, it's a pretty difficult trick. Like, Oh, 5-7 now. This one's all over the place. Another left level. This is definitely one of the scarier levels in the whole game, because a death in this level is very costly. You typically avoid any of the checkpoints, so when you die, you're forced to play the whole thing over. There's 3 different rooms. You could die on the last one, do the whole thing. If you fail the bird jump there, thankfully, it's possible to do some flutters over that. Also, another interesting thing, you can pipe jump by inputting down and jump on the same frame. You skip the animation where you go down the pipe, and it ends up looking like you jumping into the air and transitioning that way instead. And I believe it saves about a second or half a second each time. But it can add up if you get all of them. Or just get most of them. It's a good time save, but it's 5-7. The ending of that level is kind of worth getting the checkpoint. Not every level is like that, but this one is definitely worth it. Because the falling platforms can eat your jumps pretty easily. You get a lot of 5, a lot of World 5 right now. So this is kind of another notorious level. It's long, and the checkpoint is hidden behind an ice block, which takes kind of a long time to... not a long time, but it's not worth getting. It's right here. Gonna go past that, and try not to die. Bounce on the bumpties. Now this screen is very dangerous. There are spikes coming up that can instant kill you. Usually advised to just take this safe, but that almost never happens. You can spit this out at... oh, I did it wrong. We'll just, we'll do it the safe way so we don't die. I ended up spitting out the bumpty too early. He was supposed to collide with the other one. Then they both, kind of be out of the way, but... I mean, the one there is kind of, it's too much. Now we're gonna go skiing. The first rock you can hit. That one you can actually hit, but the second one, from this point on, you have to jump or you will die. Not that one. But this one, that one, and this one. And then you could probably go get a drink or something, because you don't have to touch the controller here. Although I believe you can, and it would be faster, but you can also survive here by not doing anything, so... typically, a nice little break when you go skiing. Then this last part, there's just one jump right there. I just kind of jump into that, and the rest is safe. Here we get those World 5 out of the way. That's why I feel like 5-4 is going to be coming up any second. I think one seed I made, 5-4 ended up being in 6-7, like the last possible level. Which is, it's so unlikely, but it could happen. Jamming. 3-5. We finally get a different world than 5. This is the world with a lot of monkeys and the boss, the piranha plant that says, "Oh my." We'll see them soon. I'm gonna try this trick here. You can go through these guys, well-timed shots, but it can be pretty easy to get derailed there if you get hit, because there's a bottomless pit underneath. There's a couple trees that you can land on, but I've died many times trying to do that. And in the grand scheme of things, it is to skip the red coins. It's worth mentioning that any coins that I collect, and stars and flowers, anything that I collect in these levels, adds time. So you ideally want to avoid anything. But now we got the maze. This is the infamous rock level. I'm gonna try to get the key through a wall. Have to position the rock in the correct spot here. A little bit to the left of the keyhole. Kind of barely have it showing like that. And stand and just kind of jump and tongue at the same time. Kind of better than usual because that can spiral out of control if you get a bad position for the rock. And I've had one situation where the key kind of like noped out and just sunk down to the right side instead. I don't know, kind of another random occurrence there is I got a first try perfect flutter. There's a way to get extra height if you flutter kind of at the peak of your jump and re-grab fast enough. You can make it over certain spots you're not supposed to. And that jump to get to the key door is actually one of them. You can't get up there without doing a perfect flutter, really. But to get it first try is definitely like a good feeling, because it's very easy to get stuck there for minutes. Not minutes, but a good amount of time. Oh, everybody's favorite level. Just don't fall. Don't fall, that's all you have to do. Should be really easy. But I have fallen here before. Yeah, like any other level, it's or any other auto-scroller, it's a lot of waiting, and with the addition of trying to avoid coins and flowers, there's a couple star sections you don't want to get stars either. You kind of just bonk Yoshi for a little bit. Just bounce around. You can do this funny ground pound. If you are barely on a surface, you can ground pound like that. So it's fun to just go around and do that everywhere when you get bored. You can like tongue to the music. Good times. So like that guy there, you want to avoid him because gonna give you stars. It would just add to the ending time. I probably should also explain the egg count situation when starting levels. The lower eggs, the lower amount of eggs you have, or just no eggs, you can skip the beginning of most levels by mashing the face buttons and the shoulder. But getting that platform is kind of rough, because if you don't really set that up right, it's almost impossible to get up there. Like, you have to really get the right camera angle. Oh, missed one. That could have been bad. Many times, many deaths there. So, crisis averted. Alright, so that is one world down. Got 5 more to go. I really know what's gonna be next. Might actually get some levels coming up soon with the warp. This is not one of them. 3-6 is pretty short. You pretty much go inside here, and then you go outside there. There's a top and a bottom route. I'm taking the bottom route, which is, it is slower, but it's more consistent for me, so just taking this way. Usually if I try to go the top route, I can't get up. I'll miss like the jump on the enemy, and they'll start running around, so that's definitely a theme. And to do more consistent things than things that could go very wrong. We got 3-3 and 2-2. Nice. This room is pretty straightforward. If you can time the jumps right, you really don't have to let go of right. You can kind of just keep going. But I got stuck on the mud there a little bit. This level does have an advanced trick where you can kind of crash the game. Well, not crash the game. It's possible to crash the game, and that's not good. But there's a way to skip this entire helicopter section. But it requires bringing in a big egg from a previous level. That's a really neat trick, but kind of definitely impractical for this situation. Now we are in the first... Is that the first transformation? The first sub, so now we're in the submarine. Short little section, but really deceiving. it'd be very easy to either die here or get hit so many times you're on a timer, so you can actually get sent all the way back to the start if you don't hit the bubble or this goal fast enough. You kind of hear it start to tick down. You feel it running out of time. Yeah, 3-3 is one of the longer ones for sure. Do like a little frog bounce there, that's nice. That is definitely random as well, because where the frog lands has been completely random, as far as I've seen, but one of those things I haven't exactly messed with too much. Kind of just noticing. Alright, 2-3. What's it gonna be? 5-5. Goody ride. Another pretty good level for the first screen. Whoa. Slightly unintended, but that's fine. And we have another helicopter. Just kind of stick to the top here. Not required. You can go a little lower, I think, but it is safe up here. Just kind of go this way. Another really cool thing to note is that it's possible to skip this, and you can get by. It doesn't save too much time, but if you could do it, I'd say it's worth it. Really cool thing to show off. And I'd have to say that checkpoint is one of the situations that it's not really worth getting that one. It's just it's very, very rare to die after that one, so that one usually gets skipped. So was that 2-3? Yeah, 2-3, and we got 2-4. Still no warps. They are all in the late game, I guess. Maybe mid game. Not another one. So that level, or this one I'm currently in right now, 2-2 is a good example of a level that you can't mash to skip the intro any faster. I believe it's because the load time, you can't, the game has, the level has too much to load, so you can't really make it go any faster. Just bring that toady with you the whole time so you can bounce off of him over that wall. But that skip is also a little more deceiving. You have to kind of fall a certain distance before fluttering over that. There's a high probability of locking the screen there, and it won't let you over. You kind of have to fall far enough first, and then you do the flutter, and you should be fine. Another pretty easy save for that is if you do lock the screen, but you're up there, you can kind of just like flutter against the wall, and it'll let you by. This part has some of that going on where you can pretty much use the tongue to turn around quicker around tight corners. halfway through World 2. Still got a while to go. 6 warps down. Well, 6 warps to go. Six 3. It's the one with the logs. Oh, I got one of those jumps. Those are kind of tight, but it is possible to jump in between the log and the spring and just get a regular jump instead of on the bumper. But it's much easier to fall off doing that. Alright, no fuzzy this time. Or was it just for a little bit? I think I might have missed them all. We will have a couple other chances to see the fuzzies. They'll be back in 1-7 and 4-1. Wherever they may pop up. Alright, one more down. That one is actually pretty quick compared to most levels. Straightforward, there's just 2 rooms, but being in World 6, it's just one of the more scary ones. I'm not going to try the shell jump because you can shell jump off of this wall, but typically missing it will end up losing more. So I stopped going for it. I just wait for the balloon. And you want to hold this shell and kind of use it for passing through this guy right here. Spit him out right there. Oh, well, it was a little late on that. You can just back that up. Shoot 2 eggs here. One to kind of stun him, and the second one you can go through him. I'd like to point out that the first shot isn't necessary, but it does make it a little easier because it stops him from shooting a projectile at you. And it's a very well-placed shot. It's not impossible to avoid, but very easy to die from. And you can kind of just avoid that by shooting him the first time as you scroll the screen. Alright, World 2 is almost done. Got a lot of World 4 now. 4 and 5. Nice and early. Oops. Oh, double oops. Very good example of a room that you want to enter with full eggs. In that situation, the shy guy wouldn't have spawned from the pipe. And it's just a bad spot for that to happen. Also, on that topic, those wouldn't be coming out either, so... Yeah, this is a very good example of a level you would want to have full eggs going into. Then you kind of use most of them here because you got this guy in your way, and they take 3 shots to kill. Worth noting that I could have ground pounded them for a 1-shot kill, but it kind of depends what they do. They don't always let you ground pound because they could go right into the tunnel. And in that case, you couldn't really do it. That situation, I was actually able to do it, but I already kind of committed to the eggs. Just went for that. Alright, what is World 2 Castle gonna be? Oh, it's 4 or 5. back to the example of a level that you can't skip any further. Typically I can stop the text a little faster, but that level you have to wait for it to load. Kind of just go over this wall here. There is a faster route up above, but there's a flower there, and chance of a bonus game. So I kind of, yet again, avoid that. Just go a little slower at the risk of not having to go, like, a lot slower. I got the boost to, if you bring one of the rolly guys, you can spit it out at that spot before the final room. It'll give you a little boost. Oh. That must be a new record though. First 2 worlds, not 1 warp yet. Maybe we'll finally see the seed that has only warp levels. And then like 1-1 or 1-2. I feel like this is another one that's easy to get lost in if you aren't familiar with the route or just in a casual playthrough. It's not that confusing, but it's I remember not really understanding where to go here. Alright, 6-2 in, what, 3-2? This is also another pretty dangerous level that you kind of just skip the checkpoints for. Oh, there was a Shy Guy there, but I kind of missed my window, and I think I spawned him, and then I thought he despawned it first, but I spawned him and then went back to the left, so it's just like, not much, just an egg missing. Uh-oh. This is fine. Totally fine. Might be able to make it over this. I did not make it over that. Didn't even really get to try. That's fine. Very small loss. There's another cooler way to beat this level even faster. If you skip that final star, you can actually revert back to Yoshi while you're over the spikes, but you can get a bounce off the enemy and make it to the goal faster. But it's risky. You have to get the, I think at least you have to get the first skip over the wall, and then you have to grab the star fast enough. Alright, 4-8's pretty cool. This one has some pretty neat tricks. And it's good to go into this level with a lot of eggs, I think. Alright, we got the first part. You can go through those with good enough time shots. It's possible to go through the spike ball too. Nice, we got the shell jump. See if we can get this checkpoint skip. Oh, I still got it. Wow, that was a weird shot too. Not the one I'm used to. It's typically just one angled shot, not like a ricochet like that. But take those. Almost to the Koopa. Gonna stock up on eggs. And then we got a little breakout. The goal of the intro is to kind of position yourself closer to the middle so the camera doesn't have to scroll. There it is, giant turtle time. Are we gonna get the blast off? Essentially, by ground pounding while they're still in the air, I'll be able to get a lot of height on the final hit. Nice, blasting off. There is a chance of that backfiring. I believe if you do it on the right side of the screen is when it causes problems. You can get stuck at this screen coming up. With this keyhole, Yoshi just won't go through the keyhole. You'll be staring at the keyhole for, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds or a minute. Definitely something to avoid, but it doesn't happen as long as I think they're just not on the right side. War 1's a pretty cool level. Even though I started out a little questionable. Get some fuzzy action in this next room. Another great place to take the checkpoint. No shame. There it is. And then this last section here we play as Mario. And we get to run around again. I always thought it was just a really nice touch that you get to actually run the same way you would do in Mario World, but Yoshi controls differently. There is no walk. There's only run. But with Baby Mario mode, you have to hold Y to run. On top of having the hover, you can pretty much hold B to have the cape come out. Alright, 1/6. This might be just like the first World 1 level. That's one of my favorite parts. Like, this Yoshi is a brown Yoshi because it's a stage 6. Each stage has an appropriate Yoshi that never really changes. The first stage always has a green, and the last stage always has a dark blue, purple, a dark purple Yoshi. And this one usually has the brown, but now we get to see the light purple. Like, you know, sometimes they get tired of playing the same levels over and over. They get to play different ones now. Alright, making our way through World 3. Got 3 to go. In 3. What's it gonna be? 5/6. Oh. Oh. Overjoyed. Not really much to say on this one. It's an auto-scroller, that's for sure. I guess there's more opportunity for fun. Having fun. You can, like, create coins and eat the coins, or you can just kind of, turn against the side of the screen like that to the music. Now, anything to cope, it'll be over soon. It gets better in the second half. Believe it or not, the whole level isn't an auto-scroller, just the, painful first half. You can do this to this guy, and then you can get hit by that guy. Oh, I should've did the cloud. You can get in the cloud and ground pound the cloud into them, and it'll shoot off-screen. Oh, I wasn't supposed to get that. No, my cloud! Sorry, cloud. Sorry. If you ground pound and hold that position, they actually can't bonk you around anymore, so it's a nice little safety. You don't have to worry about those guys bullying. Yeah, just typically avoiding stuff like hitting that, too. It wouldn't really lose too much, but it releases a ton of stars, and along with everything else on the screen, it causes a lot of lag. I think the way to enter this next part, though, you want to get rid of all of your eggs but one. Or maybe just have none. Because there is a spot coming up where you pick up a lot of loose eggs, and you actually need to not have full eggs to cause a Shy Guy to spawn here. Yeah, like, you pick up this guy's eggs, and then bounce off that guy. Kinda not like that, but like that. Alright. It's over. It might seem long, but not as long as it would have been if I skipped the ring and died. That has never happened to me before. Of course not. But to be real, that loses like 5 minutes, so really want to avoid that. I'm very shocked. Still no warps. I'm starting to feel like I'm forgetting them, but no, it's 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 7, and then 5, 4. But didn't get any of those yet. I dropped the input on that first shot. Unfortunate, because this is a pretty cool section if you can get it right. Getting it wrong. We got Baby Mario for the rest. Well, short-lived, but he returned. Tiny little skip there. And then kind of bounce over these spikes. And a little bounce off the bird there at the end. I mean, the ending in the beginning was alright, but it's rough missing the entrance to the pipe. You pretty much shoot, like, as soon as you exit the pipe, I think. Or as soon as you land, but I definitely pressed it too early because nothing came out. And it's kind of over if you can't get the first shot. You can actually eat the you can eat the shield guys from the front. All you really have to do is hold up on the D-pad and then eat, or you just use the tongue. A little bit of waiting for the cycles here. And then see if we can do this dry. Dry. Definitely grabbing the ring. Horrible place to die in this next room. So I didn't realize I was short an egg. You need 3 eggs for that enemy, but that's kind of the alternative. Just damage boost through him. This section right here is pretty easy to die in, but the last jump, I think, is the easiest one to get your jump eaten on. Leave that egg right there. We're gonna lose our eggs anyway. Need a nice frog. Uh-oh. Something is not right. Where's he going? Where's he going? The fastest way to do this is to kind of go all the way in the corner and angle the shot right, but there's also this way where you can just kind of stand right in the middle and nothing can hit you. You just need to kind of get this sort of angle where you bounce off the corner into the uvula. And the last one can just go straight up. But that fight can be done, I believe, 2 or 3 eggs less if you do it the other way. It just involves a lot of acid dodging and good angles. Oh, that's 3. Alright, half down. We got half to go. About, a little less than halfway through. I think a lot of the early early levels are... Oh, no. Well, here it is. What we've all been waiting for. This one is very, very similar to 5-6 in the fact that it's horrible in the first half, but it has some redeeming qualities in the rest where you can do a little more than just following the camera. But I'd probably say more than 5-6 that this one is easier to kind of slip up and just die. Lose Mario or something. I think a lot can go wrong in this level. I missed the angle. I believe it is region specific, or the version, actually. The first release version has this bug where if you tongue one of the Shy Guys from the pipe, the Shy Guy will fly out upwards, like, or no, they'll go straight, I think. They either go straight or they fly straight up towards, like, diagonally. However, if you eat the Shy Guy like this, while he's out of the pipe, they fall like normal. But since he was in the pipe, yeah, that's it. They go up like that, and then you can make them go straight like that. Just kind of silly. But that's only, in the first version. They, like, apparently patched that out pretty quick. Not exactly any advantages, but something random to mess around with. Where did that guy come from? Can do like hyper bonk here. Oh, couldn't get it. Do the quick egg here. If you are playing this game in 100% or trying to get all of the collectibles, you would want to go down here. And this is a very scary part. Thankfully we're not going that way. We're just gonna go the regular way. And this next screen is where it finally stops. There is an auto-scroller here, but we're gonna try to skip it. It takes a first frame jump on this platform here. Just like that. And the screen scrolling up is essentially what triggers a sprite, I think it is, to call for the auto-scroller. But if you don't scroll the screen up, which the first frame jump won't do that. If you get the first frame jump there, the screen doesn't move up, and if you can flutter past the zone, you can just run through normally. It's kind of a risky situation though, because landing too early in the zone causes even more time loss, because the screen will roll back slowly and then continue even slower. Alright, we got 4-4 in World 4. Let's go. This first section, we just gotta run from the chomp. Try to get full eggs because we're gonna need oh, I already have full eggs. Not anymore. Now I do. For this first room coming up, there's a lot of eggs going to be thrown. And similar to Congo, we got a 4-way split up. We gotta get all the keys, starting with top right. Gotta break a lot of blocks here. Alright, that's one way to do it. He's coming for me. I think we lost him. It's also nice being able to just kind of like quickly tap the tongue button there. And you can eat enemies that way, and you can also just kind of phase through the bandits and other things. That's used pretty often. A quick tap like that, especially there. A quick turnaround to avoid the ring. Well, I got a perfect jump there when I didn't really want to. I'm gonna try to use this guy for a skip, but I want to get that guy out of the way first. Just kind of bounce up there, and you end up, you can skip like a little arrow section. There are, I think just 2 arrows in the game, or I think 3. One of them is the one that you shoot. But they have a fast one and a slow one, and I think this room is an example of a fast one. But the one that I just skipped was a slow one, so it takes a lot longer to reach the top. Alright, so yeah, that's like the normal speed. Those are the fine ones. The blue ones are the ones that move really slow. You don't really want to, you don't want to wait for the blue ones. Unless you really have to. It's 3 keys, 1 to go. Kind of doing the rooms in order of egg dependency, like this room doesn't need eggs as much. Oh. That happens a lot, where you think you have a spot for an egg, but you're already good on eggs, so keep going. We got our keys, we're gonna move into the boss now. Do a little shot here, if I can get that. Yeah. It's nice to be able to, like, kind of pick up eggs after they bounce off the wall. It's just a matter of the amount of times they bounce off, or the angle, if the egg's possible to, like, come back. We got Mr. Mild here. Gonna be a big boy soon. For like 5 seconds. You want to try to get a double here on this. I missed the bounce there. Might still work. Yeah, it worked. I typically try to bounce off the guy first, but it played out fine. There's an even cooler triple, but didn't work that one out yet. The doubles, I'll take the double. So far, World 4 is pretty stacked. Some long levels in 4. And speaking of long levels, this one is Pretty deadly. Another situation where you don't get checkpoints because they're all very far out of the way. It's about 7 flutters to get over that pit there. One of the more dangerous parts in the beginning. And we can do a pipe jump here. It's a very, yeah, that's a very specific trick that should have functioned like a warp. But due to the way the loading zones work, it sent me to the right area, essentially if I went through the pipe above me. But sooner or later, I think we'll see one of these warps. So a little comparison for this part, I have 6 eggs, and I just got here with 2, so I'm pushing this vase a little bit longer than usual. I had to kind of improvise. Just like one of those random things that makes the level randomizer pretty fun. You have to kind of adapt to situations like that. You won't have the right amount of eggs to deal with things. Or maybe you'll have too many egg. Never know. The checkpoint's up there to the left, by the way. And it's, I think, the only checkpoint? No, there's the one, in the next room there's a checkpoint as well. In the last seed that I did, I actually got stuck at that section right there for a while. So I kept missing the egg shots on that, like, gate opener. Oh, that's a miss. That shot's also really cool if you can get the right angle. You can open the door in just one shot instead of waiting for it to bounce off. Alright, boss time. No stair. Trying to get the stair frame. We'll get it sooner or later. This boss could pretty much be done one-handed. There's really no reason to do anything other than left, right, and duck. Duck under the attacks, and right there on the second flame, you want to run back and not really do that, but we'll see what happens. Might have got kind of lucky there. I'll just take the hit, whatever. Yeah, I want to say I moved back too far. You're only supposed to run back to a certain point and then back to the vase. Kind of bumped me a little bit too. Alright, so 4-4. Already had 4-4, so what could this be? 1-4. Keeping with the theme of 4s, I'm overjoyed because we get to show off the warp. Finally. So this level has the first warp in the game as well. Being in the first world. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 3 don't have a warp, but once you get here, there's actually a special way to do this warp too. I'm kind of thinking I should get some eggs here, so I'll just do that real quick. Typically you would have, well, I would have some eggs to do this. I'm gonna shoot that guy, go down here, and we're gonna look at the wall, aim, then run backwards into him, wait until 6, and then jump. Grabbing him off screen sent us to level 1. Now we're back at the beginning of the game. You might think that this is a bad thing and I'm gonna lose progress, but the way it works, it actually counts that level being beaten. So just about 9 flutters are required. It's pretty much the way to start is to kind of buffer a flutter. So as the screen is loading, you just hold B and then do 8 more. And if you don't do that, you actually end up dying. It's kind of rough. So that is 1 warp. There are 5 more levels in the game where we'll be able to do that in various situations. And look at that. We really did go back to 1-1. Holy. Here we are. But there is no point in doing the 1-1 warp in 1-1. And if you would like to know, it actually is possible. It's just, understandably a little bit slower. Nice short level. That's another level that every seed you kind of just wonder where 1-1's gonna be. 1-2, 5-4, all the big ones. Right, what else does World 4 have for us? Yay, another warp. So 2-4 has a warp. It's a little bit different. We're not going to be grabbing Mario off screen. We're gonna do a gate hack here. We can skip through this gate. If we do it a little different. Kind of like that. We can like skip through the gate like that by like pushing against it and shooting the egg straight upward, and it ends up hitting the gate from the opposite end, kind of like letting you in. I am really low for this. That's barely making it. I should only need 3 flutters, but I did a really bad initial jump, so I had to do 4. Something, you know what, we're just gonna play it out. You know why? There was a warp. There was a warp, and we're just not gonna do the warp. It saves, like, maybe 20 seconds, but that's fine. It's kind of like a pipe warp. But you enter it sideways. But I went too far. I went past it. Not a problem. Already done with the boo. And it's not exactly a mandatory situation where the warps are required. There are totally exceptions to just doing warps run and only going for 5-4 warp, or only going for the, you know, everything but 5-4. It's kind of a difficult trick, so I remember when I had first started running the game and I picked up warps, and I pretty much did the same thing, and I couldn't really do 5-4 warps, so I did everything else that I could at the time, and then eventually included it. But it's not a situation where if you miss a warp, it's invalid. We're going down. Another strange situation. I should have eggs for this. This opener is gonna be really awkward because no eggs. Kind of another safe strat there. At the beginning of that room, I purposely wait for the arrow to line up right. It's a situation where you can make it up there, but you have to jump very quickly off the arrow because it'll be facing down. And the longer you're on the arrow, you'll go too far down to make it up anymore. So I just kind of wait for the arrow to be moving up, so when I jump on it, I get a little extra height. Alright, so we got lucky and got an immediate spawn there. I don't think would always happen. But, oh, I thought that would be it, but good enough. With no eggs, almost as I expected. And we get a nice, victory face there. Yeah, this was a stacked World 4, so understandably, compared to the other seed, I'm losing a lot of time. I went from 5 minutes ahead to probably like 2 minutes behind after this. We get to see another warp. This, however, is the shortest and most irrelevant warp in the game. It just doesn't save hardly any time. And it actually might be detrimental because of the fact that it skips eggs. I'm just not getting as many eggs as I could. One of the easiest to pull off as well. You just hug the left side there, and you get warped. As long as you bounce on that and stay on the left side of the screen, you do a warp. You don't have to play that level anymore. It's just a really weird spot for it because, like, there's a legitimate bonus area up there. But if you are anywhere close to the left side of the screen there, you get sent here instead. Right, I kind of feel like that was probably the first one to be found accidentally by people just wondering, why did that happen? Alright. A little less than 2 minutes off. I'd also point out that resetting the console is faster and allowed for this category, but it makes it a little difficult on the randomizer because it doesn't exactly put you back here. It sets you at World 1, and you would have to navigate through the menu again. I guess you could say it would still save time to go for it, but the big one that we're gonna reset for is the end of this world. Because there's an extended cutscene from World 5 into World 6, the climate changes, or it changes from day to night. And I think it might be about like 30 to 40 seconds you can save from just doing that. But anyway, 4-2, over as quick as it started. That's one of the shorter ones. Also seems like possible to be like really confused trying to figure out how to get out of there. We got a 44 score. That's nice. Yo, Zingo, thanks for the raid, dude. Welcome. Hope everyone out there is enjoying the marathon so far. A lot of great runs this week, and more coming up. Uh-oh. Look at that baby. Gonna bounce on some monkeys and fish. Grab one of those monkeys and spit it right there. You can miss that guy completely and totally like blow what I was going for, but it's already, we're over it. It's already gone. On to the next. Make it over that wall and skip the checkpoint there. That could if anyone's familiar with this section, that could be very bad. But, you know, just don't fall. all you gotta do. We're fine. Ain't no falling. Oh. Thank you for the good walks. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. It's not really going too bad. No, no deaths yet. No, we missed a warp. That was probably one of the saddest parts. I wanted to show the warp. But this level's also pretty straightforward. There's a nice little shell jump at the end here. Right here. Yeah, I got it. That's 2-0. I got both shell jumps. That is very nice because very inconsistent with that. At least the 4-8. That was a bonehead move right there. I totally forgot to bring the guy with me. You spit out a shy guy there, and you'll just take out the spike guy. Well, World 5 so far has shorter levels, that's for sure. And why did I say anything? Because now we get 5-8. That's fine. This level's pretty fun. It can be very unfair sometimes, but this is one of the more unique, interesting levels to play through. Just, you know, pretty much general movement, trying to avoid slopes and jumping all over the place. Shooting those guys before they shoot me. Grab that. 2 eggs up here, and then definitely don't spit that out too close to the wall and clip it into the wall like I did, and then have to go all the way back for another one. That's never any fun. Get that guy out of the way. That's gonna be kind of close. Nah, I bonked. Okay, we've got a situation. Never mind. Saved. I did have something pretty funny happen here. One of those little, well, not little, one of those big rolly guys clipped me into the wall, and they killed me. Right at the end of the level. And yes, another level with all skipped checkpoints, pretty much. There are a ton of levels that are, like, exponentially worse to die in. And it gets worse the later in the game you get, but that is... I don't know, that's just about right. Or for the course. Now we got Raphael, big Raph here. Where's he gonna go? He's going left. We got the quick setup. Wait a little bit for him. He might go. Okay, that's the preferred setup. He could go the other way, and it would have been faster, but it's a little harder to react if he goes that way. Doo-doo-doo. Got another key. $24 points. Alright. Halfway down. What else we got in World 5? Oh, here we go. 1, 2. The infamous skip. We could easily spend no time or a lot of time here. Let's find out. We want to spit the flower out while going neutral on the pole here. A precise spot. And you can use this to get over the wall, but the sad truth is that it doesn't exactly save much time. There, we got it. It saves about 20 seconds first try, so I don't know, maybe we broke even, something like that. That's not pretty, but the important part is that we got out of there. It is very easy to get stuck there for a long time. And then I wouldn't blame anyone. I've done it too. I've certainly given up and gone the long way. Or just reset. It's kind of an infamous start. Here we have another level where it would be nice to have full eggs, but a little short on eggs, so I'll try to eat some extra enemies. We want to eat this guy and spit him out, like, right here, and turn around. Oh, well, we already messed it up. So just do the slow strat of waiting for them to kind of pass. What I was going for was sort of a quick kill on the boo. You can actually kill them when you're not looking, so the idea was to do this and walk backwards, but didn't really go that way. Just a small loss. Just move on. Do a quick kill here. You jump into the corner, one shot there, and then two here, and then just finish him off. Oh, and then you end up being one shot short, and he goes on a rampage. There he goes. Stock up on eggs real quick. Get that key. We've got a checkpoint here. I'm gonna try to jump over it. If you jump early enough there, you can get enough height to get over that one. Oh, one more egg than I needed. We're gonna try to do a sequence break here by going over the wall. I'm not supposed to be able to go this far, but it requires a perfect flutter, or close to it. You just have to re-grab at the height or the very high point of your jump. If you don't make it over that wall, that's probably why. Just wasn't close enough. I also believe the enemy, like bouncing off enemies, you want to buffer sort of into, like hold the button as you're landing on them to get more height, I think. That's log time, and log time's already over. You kind of just get on the back there and try to ride the wave. That part is also very deceiving. I've clipped through the log trying to land on it billions of times, and like the waves wouldn't line up right, so I'm just like floating there. And yeah, we also just killed a boss. I think I wasn't even paying attention. That's a boss. Worth mentioning, there's a quicker kill that takes, I think, one less egg, but super safe strategy. You just fire off 5 neutral eggs, and he's done. It's a really easy mini boss, but funny how that works, because it's a really hard, or I think it can be really hard if you don't do it that way. It can get out of hand. Now we have a scary level. We're in 6-1. I didn't want to get that flower, but we got it anyway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fine though. The first room is usually pretty messy. The big thing is the flower, because the fact that I got that flower makes a bonus game very likely. And you know, bonus game's fine. I don't mind. It's just one bonus. What's the worst that can happen? But in a true PB run, it would really matter that much more to not get a flower. It kind of just affects the ending differently, or how you would approach it. Like, that's a very safe ring. I typically never avoid that ring if I'm doing a no reset like this. It's just not worth skipping that one. So, kind of have to do this part without... Oh wait, I think I already did it wrong. I don't know, we'll find out. If you enter this a certain way, you're like guaranteed to get a bonus. Dodged. Barely dodged. Okay, so one more level in 5. And then there's one world left. Getting kind of close. Gonna go ahead and push the ball there. The cool strat you can do bouncing off the bumpties and doing a perfect flutter there, but again, something that loses a lot more typically. Yeah, in this one you can really just jump on that guy, fly the clouds straight through. This whole level is kind of just passing by. There's not really much to explain here outside. I guess the ending here is gonna look a little risky. You bounce off of these guys, and I wanted to go a little farther, but that's fine. Get this bounce and one more, you can make it up, but that guy is the problem. If you don't eat that last bumpty in the way, it's pretty easy to get like sent into the void. Or just lose your height and you can't like recover. Thankfully, there are ski lifts you can kind of like fall back on. Alright, one world left. I'm gonna do a big reset. Now we don't have to watch the scene. Just pretty much load the same file. It's already got the night theme ready to go, but we gotta select it. It starts us at 1. It's not really the case in vanilla. It would start us right here. Alright, 1-3. Oh. Here I'm gonna like neutrally, I kind of jump and eat the falling fuzz balls or whatever. Eat them like while you're neutral, and you can maintain your speed there. But otherwise, I would be shooting them with eggs. It's just a situation where resetting the game actually resets your egg count as well. Well, I believe in the more advanced warps route, you don't reset at a certain point, so you can keep a big egg. So there are strategic times where you actually don't reset to go faster. But it certainly depends on what you're going for. Alright, one of these is gonna be 5-4. That's coming up. Instead, we got 1-7, the last call for the fuzzies. Let's see what happens. Gonna spit that ball up there, and then eat him again. We're gonna use this right at the end and try to skip by this. Nope, it went right over him. Typically that can take out the little milds there, but not quite. Alright, so we got 5 to go. 5 to go. I can't think of anything else not done yet. Oh, 3-1. So I think it's this one and 5-4. Just 2 warps to go, including this. So we want to eat this monkey here and spit them out right at this coin right here, and then bounce. I messed it up. Totally fine. Warp that saves 10 seconds, by the way. What I was trying to do is jump when they jumped. You essentially want to jump when that monkey jumps, and you'll be able to bounce off of their head. And you enter a loading zone from above instead of below, like intended. And because you hit that loading zone from above, the game doesn't know what to do, and it sends you to level 1. But considering it's such a short level, not too big of a deal. You know, just like a 10-second loss. 5-4 coming up is going to save around, I want to say 3 minutes. I think maybe 3.5 minutes. So it is by far the biggest save. This really might end up being a seed with 5-4 at the very end. The true gatekeeper. We start out this one, just kind of run from the chomp, and it's a series of moving platforms and one-hit kill spikes. Because this is the final level in vanilla before Bowser, so they're kind of pulling out all the stops in one last attempt to take Yoshi down. But we're not having it. Chomp comes back one more time. Oh, I didn't really get that. I'm gonna get that, though. Normally, it's fine to skip that, but things can happen here. Might try to go for this. The way to do this a little faster. Yeah, if I was a little farther to the right, I would have been able to make it all the way down to the red platform, but it's a pretty tight window, and the punishment could be death, because you ground pound into the void. But being too far left could also be a problem. It's just less likely, since the big platform is there with the dude on it. And you kind of just bully these guys with the eggs, because there's nothing else to do. And then they despawn. Yeah, there actually is a setting, by the way, to add in the extras, and a ton of others. Great settings. I would love to link that up after the run. It's a really cool randomizer made by Aren't They Great. there is a link available on the Yoshi Science Wikipedia. There's a couple randomizers listed, but the secondary one made by Arn has a few different really cool things. You can actually keep the fortress and castle, but randomize the rest. You can add drunk mode. You can, what is it? You can have it like one hit kill. You can have it to, you can only complete the levels with a certain score. And just like that, we did 2-1 warp. One of the easiest warps to do. It only requires a jump and a down input on the same frame. So instead of going through the pipe, you jump into the transition, but the game ends up transitioning you into the first level. So just like that, we have one final warp to go, and I don't really know how it really ended up turning out like this, but the last warp is the hardest. And it's a 50-50 shot. What's the other level? It's that level and one more. Oh, it's time. So this is 5-4, and it may be quite familiar. Anyone remembers the warpless run? You cross a very wide gap by fluttering a very long distance. In this run, it's possible to enter this pipe from underneath, but it is a 2-frame window, and I did not believe for 1 second that would work, but here we are. I really don't know. It seemed like I went really far out to the right there, and really almost gave up. I just thought like, oh, I'll just try it again. It really worked. That's surprising. That's it. That's really last roadblock in this run. And in the vanilla run, sadly, that needs to be first try eventually. Getting a run with that first try, you know, the run doesn't truly start until 5-4 warp is cleared. How could I forget? How could I forget about, oh my, we saved it right for last. Oh, I forgot the egg count. Another great example. You need at least 4 eggs against this guy. And what did I do? I stopped at 3. So we get 4 eggs. Now we can get through. Maybe. Maybe. Now we're good. Just take a quick pause before that plant there, and you can walk right through him. Alternatively, you can shoot it, but there is a huge potential soft lock there, so it is widely advised against shooting that plant. That strat is, that's good enough. Just like a quick neutral, so you slow down. You don't technically, stop, but just lose a little speed. Now here, you can actually do this to, destroy that ghost early. I'm gonna try to go through this green plant here. I was a little too early. Try again. Alright, that worked. Bring it. Oh. A little too early. Alright, here it comes. Get ready. Oh my. Oh my. All coming together. It is kind of a shame because the fight itself is one of the best, is one of the coolest fights in the game, and you can skip it so easily. Like, they should have had that for another fight, you know? Quite a few other places where that would have been nice. Alright, last level already. Already in Bowser's Castle. Another, stealing ride here for safety. And it is important to have one egg here at least, because we're going to need to do this. We jump right here, and neutral right at the, descent. And thankfully, there is a way to make sure we get the right door every time. They definitely vary. Door 3 is a nightmare. Door 1 is workable but slow, and then door 2 is probably also just a, like, instant die and try again, maybe? But then here it is, the final auto-scroll, where we, get hunted down by Kamek. They can't really do anything if we stay on them like that. We just, easy enough to avoid the attacks, but not much else to do, so we like to just follow them around, make sure they're not throwing anything, that could cost too much time. Just having fun. Oh, look out for that gap. That would be a shame. We get the stair frame? Nope. Didn't get it. And over the baby. You're right. Ooh. That's gotta hurt. So, 3 hits. Pretty much as soon as he flips in the air, I initiate my ground pound. And then... oh. You noticed something funky that time. Look at that stare. Something is not right. Oh, here it is. The final battle. Going up against Bowser. It does load that screen a little bit differently. Like vanilla, it fades in a little better. I think that might hit. No, that's probably too far. But still hit. Wow. Yeah, typically getting early hits like that make this 4th hit kind of hard. pretty surprised a lot of these are hitting. Doesn't really seem like they would. Alright, yeah, now they're going too far. Alright, so I think a couple more here. That was a nice shot. Get one more, I think, after this, and then that would be time. We got, yeah, one more 3, 2, 1 time. Might have been like a little early, but close enough. It is the first frame of the explosion for the warps category. And on the other hand, the Warp List category would end on the closing of that dialogue box. But there are some slight differences between the categories in the timing. Nice though, that's pretty surprising. That beat my previous seed by 8 seconds. Like, I've made that seed at the beginning of the month and ran it twice so far. And this seed I had ready, but didn't spoil the order. And I'm glad I didn't, because I did not expect to get like 5-4 right at the end again. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. Thanks so much. Yeah, it went a lot better than I had thought. I don't think I died. If I did, it might have been a small one. I really expected a death or two at least on 5-4 warp. The setup for it just didn't really seem like it could work, because if you go out too far to the right, you can't really like make it into the pipe. You would end up bonking the ceiling to the right or the left of the pipe instead. But yeah, that is the Yoshi randomizer. Really awesome tool created by Aren't They Great. You want to get that out there. So I will link the page. It is Yoshi Science.
Okay. Okay, go. Thank you. Okay. This game is panel de pong. This category is endless mode. Start. So, doing 13 chain because 13 chain is so high point. Yeah, good start. Nice. Nice start. Let's go. Purple, yellow, blue, green, red, purple, yellow, blue. Okay, purple, red, and green, and light blue. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Yellow, blue, purple, blue, red, purple, light blue, blue, green. Nice. Yeah. Perfect. Red, yellow, purple, light blue, blue, green, purple, blue, red, green, red, yellow. Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah. Question